Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have news, so let's get straight to it. The very first thing I'm going to open this up with is some really cool news, as it is a brand new statue coming out from Damtoys. If you've been a viewer of my channel for a little while now, you may have seen a few reviews of some of their busts. I will have more Damtoys reviews coming up in the very near future, but you can see that their newest statue looks really cool, just like a lot of their other ones do. And this one is a Spinosaurus, and it actually is a very Jurassic Park inspired style paint scheme, but not exact. It's not exactly what you see. I think that you can kind of tell that there is like that white stripe that runs along the body, the reddish on the head, and the sail also looks very reminiscent of the Jurassic Park 3 version, but a lot of the other areas of the sculpt really don't look like the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park at all, so it's kind of like a hybrid of a JP3 style with more of an original type of a sculpt from Damtoys. It also comes with an Onchopriestes, and you can see that that is really cool. It looks really nice, but it's also awesome to have prey that you can display with the Spinosaurus statue. I think the detail and sculpt of this is definitely really cool and quite beautifully sculpted. There are definitely some differences between the paint scheme of this compared to the JP3 style version, but you can definitely tell that there is a similar appearance. But in areas like the top of the sail where you would have red with the JP3 version, you kind of have blue, but at the same time you have that white striping that runs through the sail as well, which is very reminiscent of the Jurassic Park 3 version. So it's really cool. It's kind of like an alternate version of the JP3 Spino, but I think that the paint scheme does look really nice on this, very realistically done, and I am actually really highly tempted to place an order and get a hold of one of these, just because it is really nice and definitely looks to be a fairly sizable piece, as it looks to be about 15.3 inches high and 26.7 inches long. That is a pretty sizable statue. I also really quite like the base itself and the earth type area that it is standing on. That also looks really cool. And overall, this is another very cool addition to the already growing Damtoys collection. As I said, I'm very tempted to place an order for this one, but I haven't quite decided yet. However, if you are interested, there is already a link on sideshow.com where you can in fact pre-order it for yourself if you do want to get a hold of this. I also have some images from the Beasts of the Mesozoic a little while back. I believe in the last news video I had shown you guys an image of the upcoming paint scheme on the prototype of the juvenile Triceratops. Well, we now have the full gallery, and I am super excited to show it to you guys because it is honestly amazing looking. As I said in the last news video, I think that this Triceratops may be my favorite out of all of the ceratopsians that have been teased so far as the paint scheme goes. Of course, being the classic Triceratops, it is a beautiful sculpt, an honestly incredible looking Triceratops sculpt, but I think that the paint scheme of this one is just incredibly nice. It's so flashy but so realistic. I don't think any of the colors are too bright that you can say that it doesn't look like something that belongs on a ceratopsian, and I think that it's all so well done that this is definitely my most highly anticipated figure as of right now when it comes to the Beast of the Mesozoic. That could always change before the actual Kickstarter begins, but as of right now I'm super excited for this one, and honestly it is beautiful. Definitely my favorite so far. We also have a few images here of the Psittacosaurus now put together, and once I actually get a view of the paint scheme on this one, there is a very strong possibility that it could overtake that Triceratops that we just saw, but I can't really guarantee it, as that Triceratops paint scheme is just so beautiful. But I am a huge fan of Psittacosaurus. I really love this figure, and I love the species itself. So this figure is another amazing addition to this incredible ceratopsian set from the Beasts of the Mesozoic. It's honestly going to drive me nuts not owning every single figure that comes out as far as these ceratopsians go, because there are just so many beautiful ones. I can't wait to see the Protoceratops painted up as well, but this Psittacosaurus is also one of the ones that are really high on my list for ones I'd like to acquire during the actual Kickstarter. We also have this artwork here showing the Monoclonius As far as the artwork that goes with the box art for the figure, again, the Monoclonius has been given a Dino Riders style paint scheme, which is a very cool throwback to that incredible show of days gone by. And one thing that is really cool about this is that it was actually a collaboration between David Silva and the legendary illustrator Ezra Tucker, who is one of the original Dino Rider package artists. So that's an incredible addition to the Monoclonius figure as well. And when it comes to the Beast of the Mesozoic, the news just keeps on coming here, as we have images of the head sculpt of the Nasutoceratops, another very, very cool ceratopsian, and this just honestly looks perfect. It's nice to see a Nasutoceratops with reasonably sized horns, as well as most Nasutoceratops figures we've been seeing lately are all the Jurassic World ones, which are just completely oversized as far as the horn length goes. But I think the head sculpt on this looks incredible as well, pretty much just like every other release that has come out of the Beast of the Mesozoic so far. And speaking of ceratopsians, we now have images of the completed Cesar Gomez Baby Triceratops, and I can say that without question, it is the single most adorable baby Triceratops that I have ever seen. This is really, really incredible, and I do believe that you can now contact him to place a pre-order on this if you would like. It is absolutely beautiful. Every detail and every ounce of skin texture and feature of the dinosaur is all present, even including the cloaca. It's such a beautiful, very scientifically accurate baby Triceratops. So I highly recommend anybody interested in this contacting Cesar Gomez and placing an order right away, as he is one of the single most incredible paleo artists on the planet, and this Triceratops is definitely proof of that. We also have news and some images of the upcoming Rebor 1/35th scale Titanoboa, who is named Monty. There will be a swamp, jungle, and badlands variant of this figure, so there will be quite a few different versions. However, unfortunately, it's going to be a very limited run for this figure, so if you are interested in picking it up, I highly advise getting on it as soon as it does go up for pre-order, because it's actually going to be fairly expensive when it comes to making the figure, so they're not going to do too many of these, and I guess once it's gone, it's gone. It will actually be made of a special composite thermoplastic rubber that will not crack, melt, or degrade. This type of material is usually used on seamless muscle bodies for high-end 1/6 scale collectibles that cost hundreds of dollars. So this figure is going to probably be a little more pricey than some of the other Rebor figures that we've had, but it's obviously going to be worth it for sure. So this Titanoboa looks absolutely amazing, and I am definitely intent on getting a hold of one of these. As soon as they go up, I will be placing a pre-order instantly, and I recommend you guys do the same. I now have information on the battle-damaged Spinosaurus, and I can tell you guys that it has officially seen the light of day in Mexico now. My thanks to Aaron Johannan, who sent me these images of his battle-damaged Spinosaurus that he found, along with images next to the original Legacy version, which is really cool to see the two of them together. Unfortunately, it looks as though they are the exact same sculpt. A little while back I said that it looked like maybe the tail of the newer Spino was a little longer than the previous version, but that is not the case, as these images do show that they are the same exactly aside from the battle damage, but they still look really cool together. It's nice to have two different versions of the Spinosaurus, even though the original one definitely looked better as far as the paint scheme goes. We also have an image here showing you the Jurassic Facts code if you actually want to add this to your collection ahead of time, but this just further gets me hyped for this figure to officially release in the United States. I can't wait until it finally shows up. We also have images of the Savage Strike Plesiousaurus, which has now officially arrived in Canada at Walmart. So it seems as though everybody and anybody is getting all the new figures except for us here in the United States, as we have just been left in the dark for a while now. It's getting kind of frustrating for people like me that are just aching to get these figures, and it seems as though Mattel no longer cares about us here, or they're just waiting for the holiday season. I don't know what it is, but I really wish they'd stop making us wait and start releasing some of this stuff. But it is really nice to see that they are officially hitting shelves, no matter where they are. But as of right now, any of you Canadian collectors out there, you should have an opportunity to potentially own the new Savage Strike Plesiousaurus, as it has now officially been found in Canada. And the very last thing I have to show you guys is actually not from Mattel. I'm not really sure who the creators of the figures are, but as far as the Jurassic World live tour that is coming up, they will have exclusive merchandise there that you can purchase as far as Jurassic World figures. As of right now, I only have these two images here of the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Stegosaurus. I got these images from Collect Jurassic, which I think actually got them from Jurassic Outpost, so it was kind of a nice chain of the origin of the figures, but I think that they look really cool. Actually highly detailed and really quite nicely painted. There isn't too much as far as paint application going on, but what is on both of those figures looks to be pretty much spot on to what I would expect to see as far as the primary colors of each dinosaur, and I think the sculpts overall look pretty darn close to what you would see in the film, so they are really nice. I will be seeing the Jurassic World live tour in November, so as soon as I do in fact go see that, I will be picking up every single one of these figures that are there that I can find as far as each different species, and I will be reviewing them here on the channel for you guys as always. So we'll have more of these hopefully to be discovered in the very near future, as I would imagine it's probably not only the Rex and Stegosaurus that they'll be selling, so I'm excited to see what other figures will be seeing the light of day from the Jurassic World live tour as well. So as of right now, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified of any future videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.